Do not be too sweet, lest you be consumed, nor too bitter, lest you be cast aside. The essence of life lies in stability, happiness, and love. Interactions with others should be built on strong foundations of respect, love, and appreciation. However, the permanence of any situation is a myth. Many people take it upon themselves to disturb the peace of life and cloud the clarity of souls. They actively seek to tear apart the bonds of affection and harmony among people. This group can turn our lives into unbearable hells, creating a chasm filled with the flames of anguish. Yet, the wise person is one who takes control of their affairs, rendering the disturbances so insignificant that they cannot even be seen under a microscope. The social bonds and their warmth among people allow us to see life in vibrant shades of pink. Our friendships, our love for one another, and the comfort we feel when meeting those who embody life. All these factors make a person yearn for life to last and strive to make it more beautiful. However, when a cloud of distress begins to hover around us, bringing forth problems and showering us with sorrow, the heart tightens, leaving little room to perceive beauty. All that occupies the mind is the desire to escape from troubles, leading some individuals to seek isolation, preferring solitude and the exhausting thoughts that burden the heart, mind, and soul. They find themselves trapped in a whirlwind of sadness from which they feel they cannot escape, yearning for a caring hand to lift them from their grief. When someone with whom they have a long-standing distrust enters their life, they cling to them, placing their hopes and dreams in this person as if they were a lifeline. Yet, once this person's role ends and they release the drowning individual from their sorrows, the burdens multiply, leading to a deeper hatred for life and an affinity for sadness and wounds. They may even wish for death and contemplate it. Life is filled with challenges and disappointments, but those who embrace the idea that happiness and sadness are temporary states live their moments in peace. They seize every opportunity and find joy even in the smallest things, even if their share of disappointments outweighs their share of happiness. Their deep faith in God's decree keeps them from slipping into despair. They may reach a level of faith and contentment that allows them to influence others who have lost the ability to enjoy life, becoming a source of happiness for those who suffer from wounds. Their joy becomes greater, and their life more radiant, as they hold on to their principles that affirm the essence of life is happiness. God grants it to those who strive to enjoy the blessings of life, not allowing small sorrows to become a refuge or a shell that isolates them from experiencing life's trials, filled with joy and sorrow, happiness and pain. Life has taught me to share my joy with those around me, and to hide my sadness, like spring hides the traces of autumn. It has also taught me to be honest and pure, to be flexible like the leaves, strong like the roots, rough like the trunk, and fragrant like flowers. I've learned to be like fertile soil, giving without expecting anything in return. Your day will be filled with whatever emotions you express, whether it's a smile or a frown. Stay true to yourself, listen, and don't speak. Let things unfold naturally. And one day, people will understand what you cannot say. Don't worry. Just keep moving along your path without chatter. I don't know why we feel the need to convince others of our daily actions, but I know that those who are good with words receive all the support. The question now is, do we really need support? Cowards need it, yes, and sometimes we feel cowardly. But there comes a moment of strength when we can confront our fears and stop seeking support and understanding from others. When things you love drift away from your life, don't waste time dwelling on moments of loss. Instead, turn toward the horizon and seek the light. Stay optimistic, for there is always a new dawn waiting for you. When you want to live happily for a short time, seeking revenge might seem like an option, but if you desire lasting happiness, forgiveness is the way to go. Let your steps in life be like those of someone walking on sand. No one hears the sound of your footsteps, yet their impact remains clear. When you feel the alienation of emotions, which can be harsher than the alienation from one's homeland, you realize that this life is merely a game, and you are one of the participants. Either you win or lose. Don't treat everyone the same way. If a doctor used the same medicine for all patients, most of them would not survive. Life is a vast school that teaches you loyalty and shows you images of betrayal, teaches you love and reveals hatred, teaches you kindness and reveals harshness. This is how life grants you the wisdom to distinguish between things. It no longer surprises me how a bright face, filled with comfort and love, can transform into a dark face that smiles with mockery. Each of us carries within their heart two entities, the angel and the devil, locked in a struggle. When you interact with people constantly, you realize that morals, like sustenance, are divided by God. Criticism is a form of love, but it comes in a different way. Do not hesitate to forgive others, for there may come a day when you no longer find them. Blessed is the one who fills their life with good deeds, for they understand that life is too short to waste on wrongdoing. Principles are not merely a means to elevate oneself in life. They are its crown. Therefore, do not lower your principles to a base level, and do not leave them unsupported, without a foundation that gives them vitality and a connection to life. Generosity during life is very different from generosity at the hour of death. One arises from genuine forgiveness and goodness, while the other may stem from arrogance or fear. It's not hard to sacrifice for a friend, but the challenge lies in finding that friend worthy of your sacrifice. You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to swim. Such is life. Sometimes, you cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control your reactions. Life is like a fast train. What you have passed is a dream, and what lies ahead may be an illusion. Life is a flame. You either burn in its fire or extinguish it and live in darkness.